gentlemen, or good day rather. Um, I will be reporting with our subject on human resource management. And just let me check something first. So it's been a while that I have used this platform and also um, going live on social media. So let me check if I can see the PowerPoint. Let me just double check. You see that it's not appearing yet. So my microphone is working. Just double check it. So our internet is meaning that um, the speed is not really very fast. Oh, I see. I can see now the screen and I see it. It's appearing on the slides. This need to stop rather. I'm very sorry because this is live. Okay. All right. So let's check. It's working. All right. So before I begin, let's play a little game. So here is a cipher wherein a number represents a letter in the alphabet. So here's an example. We have four numbers, and as you can see, number 12 is L, and so on. And the last letter is E for 5. So now let us try to solve what is the missing word. Can you guess it? Can we do that in 2 minutes? Okay. So our missing word is yes, complaints. So our topic for this discussion is complaints. Our first topic. So the content of this presentation would be what is complaint? Why do people complain? Impact of management's view of complaints handling system, steps in complaints handling, and benefits of positive handling complaints. Now let us look at this picture. What can we infer from this image? Have you experienced this yourself? Was it successfully resolved? So now let us define what is complaint. It is defined as expression of dissatisfaction made to an organization related to its product, services, or the complaints handling process itself, where a response or resolution is explicitly or implicitly expected. So I guess you are familiar with this, and we have experienced this situation wherein somebody has complained. No? So maybe in our station in the school, especially now that um, first grading has been done. So students or parents would complain about the grades. And of course, as teachers, we have to provide the information that they need so that they would be able to understand and to comprehend why the grades are like that. So if it's failing or if the grades are excellent. So furthermore, complaints are an important way of management of an organization to be accountable to the public. So as public um, employees or government employees, we have to address these complaints, as well as provide valuable prompts to review organizational performance. So not just our customers or clientels rather, we have to also take into consideration that we will grow no, as an organization, and also the people or the staff that work within and for it. Okay, let me just language. All right, so let's proceed. So, what's the reason why customers complain? So, here are some of the reasons. Number one, customers complain because their needs and or expectations have not been met. So, when you go to a service provider and you encounter problems, then you would do this. Second, they feel they have been let down by the establishment or the service provider. So I know that we are very much, much engaged in social media and in the internet nowadays. So if we experience problems with our internet connection, then I'm pretty sure that we do this. All right. And the third one, there's a gap between what the customer expects and what has been achieved, so a service performance gap. So yun. Okay. Next, why do customers complain? Here are the other reasons. Correct the problem, emotional release from frustration, regain some measure of control by spreading negative word of mouth, solicit sympathy, test for consensus, create an impression of being more intelligent and discerning. So I think we have encountered irate customers, when we were call center agents, and if we are in a service department or in a like a let's say a bank, or should I say in a mall, in a department store. So I was once a sales associate at NCC Maa, and pretty much I have experienced these kinds of I wouldn't say complaints, but customers would really say something or would really express their frustration sometimes. Okay, and I guess this is also happening in our schools. Now, what is the impact of management view of complaints handling? So, customer charter set by management includes complaints handling. So, I think in every department, every organization, there is what we call this department where complaints are handled. So focus on complaints, welcoming, not production of complaints. So it is natural, I think, for people really to express their disgust or um, their comments uh, to us or to an organization. So all we have to do is to welcome and to accommodate them. So culture complaints handling guidelines, policy, KPIs, reporting, escalation path for complaints. So there should be a step-by-step process wherein customers will be following, in terms of complaints handling. And management set mandate for staff, customers recovery, give confidence and framework. Now, of course, we will entertain these complaints because, as what was mentioned earlier, we will grow as an organization if we listen to customers' complaints or comments. And mindset of staff is easily sensed by customer. So let's continue. So now let's talk about complaint handling system. So is an organizational mechanism of handling, managing, responding, and reporting citizens' complaints. So this is the process wherein staff or service users are aware of how it works. So in the organization, we have to brief or orient them on the process, to be taken and have an input into its development so that we will brainstorm in every step of the way to check if it's working or what are the areas that need to be improved. Now, here are the steps in complaint handling. First, to listen and stay calm. So, of course, um, especially if the customer is irate or if the parent is mad because his or her student has failed. So we have to put a low voice and a calm persona or aura so that our customers or clients uh, will not be triggered to be more angry. All right. Second is to acknowledge the customer's feelings and right to complain. So of course we have to console them and explain to them, ma'am, sir, this is the situation. We would like to explain to you what is the reason why this grade is like this. And the third one is to establish or confirm the problem. You would say, or you would use positive words like, yes, ma'am, I recognize your feelings, and I know that you are not okay to learn that your student has failed. But then again, we will find resolution to this problem. So you would assure the parent or the customer, the client, in that case. Well, number four, we have to suggest alternatives and agree on solution. So the best way to win an argument is to really um, I mean, go to the middle. I mean, meet at the middle so that it will be a win-win solution. And then number five is to take action and then record the incident, of course. You have to log or to write in the logbook or any mechanism that you have, and then follow up to ensure customer satisfaction. So in this case, in our school, um, we would ask the parent in the next time if this will happen again, or we would be or usually in our experience, um, they don't really come back, no? Uh, um, in, if the student is really doing so well after the next grading. So, but then again, there are cases wherein students would, I mean, the parent would really come back. Okay, so here is the complaint handling workflow. So first is the complaint, and then record the complaint, and then analyze the complaint, and then resolve, and then after, if it is resolved, you have to close it, and if it's not, then we have to escalate, for further investigation. Okay, and then the arrow after the escalation will go back again to the question if the complaint was resolved or not. Okay, so there will be a protocol to be followed. Now, here is also the complaint journey. So the first is making the complaint and then assigning um, to the appropriate area and assessing and then resolving. So in other cases, there should be an internal review. So in case of DepEd, um, they are, I mean, we have an assigned department for that. And if needed, we have an independent review wherein it is outside organization. Okay? We will do the investigation further. Now, what are the benefits of positive handling complaints? So let's double check first. I will read. Okay. So The value of resolving complaints cannot be underestimated and include, so these are the a good, um, I mean the advantages. So promoting goodwill, so your organization will be known that you cater to or you listen to your customers. So it would spread around the community. Second is improve customer relations. So this is very important in schools to establish connections, no? With parents so that they would feel secure that their students are really being well taken care of by the teachers and the head or the principal. And then third is positive word of mouth publicity. So yes, it would spread around. And then promotion of enterprise service ethic. So in the case of private establishments, yeah, but yeah, for public organizations, it would also be the same. Now, it should be an online mechanism here, but then again, uh, since this is a reported or an online report, so might as well skip this part. So we have, or I have prepared here some questions, and let us check if you have understood, some points that we have discussed. Now let's start with the first question. It is an expression or dissatisfaction made to an organization related to its products, services, or the complaints handling process itself. So what will be your answer? So the correct answer is complaints. Yes. Second, the following are some of the reasons why customers complain except. So your answer is letter D. That's right. Now, number three, blank is an organizational mechanism of handling, managing, responding, and reporting citizen complaints. So the answer is that's right, complaint handling system. The fourth question, true or false? One of the steps in complaint handling is to take action. Is it true or false? Yes, you're right. It is true. And the last question is it's another true or false question. Promoting goodwill is one of the benefits of positive handling complaints. Yes, that's right. It's true. So before we end this part, there is a quote here. Complaining is like vomiting. Afterwards, you feel better, but everyone around you feels sick. So sometimes when we receive complaints, we would feel bad after, but then again, we would think that it's for the better. Okay, so I think you agree with me. So if you have comments, just comment below. All right. And here's another cartoon. So this is quite funny. Yeah, so the long queue here, then arriving at the person in charge, and he would say that it would be to the next counter. So that's quite ridiculous. So this is complaints, no, for my first topic. Okay, so thank you. Now let's go to the next. Let's see here. So give me some time while I'm loading the next. So let me present the next slide. It's been a while that I'm using StreamYard for this kind of activity. So please bear with me. So it's still loading. Please bear with me. Okay, let me share my screen. Check if it's all right. There we go. So here is my second report. I mean, my second topic rather for my report. Okay, so this is about grievance management. Okay, so what is grievance management? It is a crucial aspect of conflict resolution in the workplace. It involves addressing employee complaints in a fair and timely manner to maintain a positive work environment. Okay, so we will be exploring the strategies for navigating conflict resolution in the workplace. So this is related to our first topic. So grievances can arise from a variety of issues such as harassment, discrimination, and workload. So I guess Tobago's atin, no? Because as a working individual, I mean, as we are employed by maybe the government or some private institutions, sometimes we feel tired, and because of our work and tasks. So it is important to listen actively to an employee complaints and understand their perspective. So we will discuss importance of empathy when dealing with grievances. So having a clear and concise grievance policy can help streamline the grievance process. So we will discuss the key components of grievance policy such as confidentiality and timeliness. So of course, if we're dealing with complaints or grievances, then we have to be assuring that it is top confidential. And also, we would address it as soon as possible. Okay? So next, mediation and conflict resolution. So mediation can be an effective way to resolve grievances. This mediation will discuss conflict resolution strategies that can be used to resolve grievances. So um, let, let us discuss mediation. So if you are going to be a school head or a school administrator in the future, I think it is proper that we will really not side or we will not be biased to one side of the story because the more our employee or our coworker feel that we are on the one side of the story, then possibly that employee or that employee is um, will not be trusting us, or better yet, or worse, they would be, or he would be, or she would be resigning, because he would or she would feel that uh, he or she is betrayed. Okay? So next, effective communication also is essential when dealing with grievances. So you have to use active listening and open dialogue to ensure that employee concerns are addressed in a productive manner. So, as far as I have experienced, um, I had some, I had some experience, no, with this kind of dialogue, no? But then again, I am very fortunate that it was resolved, no? And both of us, um, forgave, no, each other. So I think this is normal, no, in an organization. I believe this would help us grow, no? As what I have mentioned a while ago. The investigating grievances requires a thorough and impartial approach. So um, we have to investigate, no, before we are going to decide on matters. So we have to interview witnesses and to gather evidences. This is very crucial because kumbaga, sa pagkain, these are the ingredients, no, for the food to be ready or to be cooked. So without ingredients, it would be useless. So we have to really be comprehensive and at the same time impartial, no, until all the investigations and all the facts have been presented. Sorry, excuse me. All right. So taking action. After investigating a grievance, it is important to take appropriate action. So of course, after all the investigations are done, all the decisions are made, then we have to uh, then do the action. Perform the action. So may it be like a reprimand, or should I say, a warning, or if in case there needs to be a higher level of in the next level of of talks, then it can or it will be done. Okay, so it can be disciplinary action or it can be a training. No, if the case is about the performance of an employee. Okay, so preventing future grievances requires a proactive approach. So we have to think of strategies in prevention, such as employee training and ongoing communication. So I believe in the organization, communication is one big problem, no? Especially in terms of tasking. So sometimes if one employee is being tasked to do something, and then he would feel or she would feel that it's more than what is required by his job description, then he would start complaining or asking questions. So I think proper communication is key, to preventing such a mess or such a problem. Okay, so in conclusion, effective grievance management is essential for maintaining a positive work environment. By implementing the strategies we have discussed, employers or future leaders in your school, no, as hopefully we will become, can effectively navigate conflict resolution in the workplace and prevent future grievances. So, if not really prevent, then we would minimize grievance. No? In our school, we have this grievance committee wherein it's composed of the principal, the guidance counselor, um, also our LGU, no? And in the case of our education committee chairwoman, and from the PTA, and if needed, the student body president. And so I hope that you have gained significant information and knowledge about our two topics uh, for this human resource management subject. with yours truly, Donald J.P. Lopez reporting. And if you have questions, if you have clarifications, you're free to message me or to leave a comment here on the comment section below. So um, I mean, the reference is from the www.wepack.com. All right, so that's pretty much it. And all right, so thank you so much for your time this day, and I hope that you have really understood our topic. All right, so thank you so much once again, and have a good day. Bye bye.